And today is all about awakening the senses, getting our body moving. I'm going to use a lot of the traditional exercises today because we talked about it in the live chat last week. So that's what we're going to do. So if you haven't been here before, welcome to the live session. We will do 30 minutes of exercise. And then after that, I come back to the live chat and I stick around for 20 minutes to half an hour to answer all your Pilates questions. So if you do have a burning question that you would like to ask me, pop it into the chat and my husband will bring in all the details later and we can have a chat at the end of the session. Okay, so let's get moving. So we're going to start standing up. Okay, so traditional Pilates, we have the feet hip width apart, so just right underneath those hip bones. All right, and I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to bring your chin to your chest. So feel the stretch at the back of the neck and then start to peel down, pulling the tummy muscles in, softening the knees just to release that back and coming down to the floor. Taking a deep breath in there, you're going to breathe out, pull the tummy in first and then come back up. So we're always thinking about the core, yeah? So deep breath in, breathing out into the chest. Rolling down, letting the arms hang, the head hang, letting that body relax. Inhale, exhale. As you come up, one more deep breath in and exhale, chin to the chest, bending the knees, rolling down. Well done. Inhale and then exhale, coming all the way back up. Okay, so I want you to step to the back of your mat. So you've got the mat in front of you. We're going to roll down, take a breath in, exhale, chin to the chest, bending the knees, rolling down. We're going to place the hands on the floor. Okay, so knees bent as much as you need to. And then you're going to walk forward. Now, depending on wrists and core and back, you can either keep the knees bent here or you can walk out into a plank position. Okay, and then we're just going to hold it here for a minute. So draw the tummy in. Think of lengthening through the neck. Think of your chest going forward. And then from there, I want you to lift your hips to the ceiling. That's it. Lower your heels. Nice stretch there. Lift the heels and come down. We're going to do it 2 more times. We're going to lift the hips, lower the heels, starting to really stretch that body, wake that body up and down. And one more lift and lower. Lift the heels up and come down. Now I want you to bring your right leg in, your left leg in, and come and lie down on your mat. So I promised tradition. So we are going to do all the traditional movements that we can get into half an hour. So lying on your back, neutral position with your spine, arms down by your side. Let's try and draw those shoulders down, taking a breath in. We're going to breathe in and then we're going to breathe out, pulling the core in, tilting the pelvis and peeling the spine up off the floor. So think of hip bones going straight up to the ceiling. You can really feel this in the legs on the bottom. Take a breath in there, breathing out, coming down. So we're warming up the spine. All right, as it's early in the morning, we're going to take our time. We're going to tilt as much as we can. Press into the feet and push up. So we're trying to feel this really fluid movement in the spine. Often in the morning, it's very stiff after being in bed. All right, so take a breath in. Try to imagine that pelvis tilting back and peeling up one segment at a time. When you get to the top, press down into those hands. Try and open out the shoulders, draw the shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, coming all the way back down. We're going to do one more deep breath in, exhaling to tilt and roll that spine up. Inhale to hold and exhale to come all the way down. Now bring your feet and knees together, take your arms out to the side, and let's float the legs up one at a time into our tabletop position. Okay, so you've got your knees and ankles together, pelvis, you're pulling in on the core so your legs aren't tipping away. You've got to think of those legs coming in a little bit, but not too close, because what we want to be is neutral. Neutral means you can just slide your hand underneath here. That means you're really working that core. Then we're going to breathe in. Knees are going to go over to the right-hand side. Breathe out and bring them back. Inhale as you go over to your left, and exhale to return. So keep those knees together as they go over. Pull the tummy in as you come back. And other way, inhale over and exhale up. Inhale over, exhale up. Inhale over and exhale up. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale over, exhale up, and inhale over and exhale, coming up. Well done. Let's take the right leg down, the left leg down, come back to your neutral position. Then you're going to bring the hands up, interlace the fingers, take those hands behind your head. Open your elbows out. Now I really want to focus on keeping that pelvis nice and still. So you're going to take a breath in, you're going to breathe out, pull the tummy in first of all, and then you're going to start to lift the head and chest up. And what we're trying to do is not move the bottom half of the body at all. You're going to inhale to hold and exhale to come back down. So with this, you don't have to do a lot to really feel the work. Take a breath in, exhale, pull the tummy in, keep your pelvis still, and now just float the chest up. So you're thinking of the ribs sliding down to the hip bones. Inhale and exhale to come back. Good, deep breath in. Exhale to lift. Inhale to hold. And exhale to lower. Last one, deep breath in. Exhale to lift. Inhale to hold. And exhale to lower. Now we're going to do this, but add a rotation. So you're going to take a breath in. You're going to breathe out to come back up. And then from here, inhale. And as you exhale, let's try and turn our rib cage to the right. So you can just pass the right knee and come back to center. And then over to your left and back to center. To your right and center. To your left and center. Keep that going. Right and center. Stay up if you can. Last two. Right and center and left and center. Now take a deep breath in, try and lift a little higher, and then exhale, coming all the way down. Well done. Let's bring the hands down by our side. We're going to do the leg lift first of all. So you're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, I want you to float the right leg up without anything else moving. So you've got to use your core to keep your body still. So we're just really using the hip joint and the hip flexors. You're going to inhale to lower, tap the floor, exhale to lift up. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift, and inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Now leave that leg there, pull the tummy in, and lift the other leg up, and take that right leg down. Onto this side, we're going to inhale to lower, and exhale, lift. Inhale to lower and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower and lift. And one more, lower and lift. Now we're going to bring that right leg up And we're going to do the leg changes. So you're going to pop the left leg, down, and then we're going to switch to the right. So we're alternating the legs in the air, which looks very simple, but if you're doing it correctly, you're going to really feel it here in your center, because you've got to pull the belly in all the time and keep that pelvis nice and still. So you're just moving from the hips, no movement in your back. Good. Let's keep that going. Well done. We're going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring the legs back up to tabletop position. Let's lift the arms up and reach them overhead. We're going to do the 100 prep. So you're going to take a breath in. You're going to exhale to move the arms, head and chest, lift up and think of your fingertips reaching forward. So you really feel that lift in the chest. And then you're going to inhale to go back. You're going to exhale to lift up. And inhale, go back. Remember that exhale, as you lift, you're pulling the belly in. And inhale back. And exhale, lift. Well done. Inhale back. Now circle your arms out to the side. Rest them down on the floor. Take your left leg down. Send it along the floor. And let's extend this right leg. So depending on how it feels for you, you extend as far as is comfortable on your hamstring. So you can have the knee bent, or if you've got the flexibility, you can have the leg straight with the foot flexed. Now again, we're going to keep that pelvis still. We're going to take the leg across the body. So it's going to the left. You're going to take it down, out to the side and up. So we're going to inhale across. Exhale as you draw a circle and up. Inhale across. Exhale, circle and up. And inhale across. Exhale, around and up. Let's reverse the direction. Inhale out and exhale around. Inhale out and exhale around. Inhale out and exhale around. One more. Out and exhale around. You're going to point the toes, take that leg down onto the floor, and let's unfold the left leg. So trying to really be aware of holding this neutral position, being able to slide the hand underneath the back there, so we're not sinking into our back. All right, and then here we go on this side. So you're going to inhale over to the right, exhale down, out and up. Inhale across and exhale around. Inhale across, exhale around, and inhale across, exhale around. Let's go back the other way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale around. Well done. Now you're going to point the toes. You're going to bring this leg into tabletop. Pull the tummy in. Let's bring the other leg up. We're going to do the 100 now. So this is an endurance exercise. This is Joseph Pilates, or you to start classes with this one. So lots of breathing going on. We're going to bring the arms overhead. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to exhale to lift the arms, head and chest. And we're going to try and stay up here. Okay, and then from here, going to take a deep breath in. We're going to pump the arms. So we're going to exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Now breathe with me. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Now try and reach forward with those hands. Take the left leg down onto the floor. Extend the right leg up. Flex the foot and then just take hold of the leg. Take your head down. Let's just have a little stretch of that leg. So take a breath in, exhale, pull the leg towards you, inhale, release. Exhale, pull the leg towards you, inhale, release, and exhale. Now, as you release, pull your tummy in and start to lift this leg up. That's it. And then you're going to switch to the other side. Little stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale, gentle stretch. Inhale, release. And exhale. Now start to lift the right leg up. Bring it all the way up. And let's have our legs in tabletop. Let's have the hands underneath. And then we're going to lift the head up. Take a breath in as you exhale. Take those feet forward and try and bring yourself up to sitting. Doing really well. Halfway. Okay, so let's do our roll-ups or our half roll backs. So knees can be bent or they can be straight if you're comfortable. If you feel any kind of collapsing in the back here, that means your knees need to be bent, okay? Just because it means you've got a bit of weakness in the back. We're going to take the arms out. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to breathe out, draw the tummy in, and just come back as far as you're comfortable going. So if you feel your feet starting to lift, that's where you stop. If you can go to the ground, then you're going to go all the way down, arms overhead. Now we're all going to breathe in, moving the arms, head, and chest, breathing out. That's when you pull the tummy in and start to come back up. And what we're going to try and find is a curve of the back. So you're pulling in here and you're rounding through your spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, going back. Arms overhead. Inhale. And exhale, coming up. Trying to find that C curve. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming back. Arms overhead. Inhale, moving the arms, head and chest. Exhale to come up. One more deep breath in. And exhale, coming back, arms overhead. Inhale. And exhale, coming up. Now from here, let's keep the shoulders over the hips here, but let's try and hollow out here. So I'm trying to pull in so you can see, pulling in as much as you can here without moving the body. So we've still got shoulders above hips, but we're getting as round as we can in our back. And now we're going to bend the knees and bring our feet towards us. We're going to try the rolling. So you've got your hands on your shins, your knees together, and pulling in a little more. We're going to try and take the weight onto our tailbone so you can lift the feet just off the floor. So we're going to start with a balance. If you don't want to roll, you can just hold this balance here. Those of you wanting to roll, we're going to start now. We're going to pull the tummy in. Keep pulling in until you start to fall back, at which point you're going to inhale and then exhale to come back up. So it's inhale back and exhale up. Inhale back and exhale up. One more. Inhale back and exhale up. Well done. Let's place the feet down. Again, you can have the knees bent or straight, whatever feels good for your hamstrings. We're going to sit up nice and tall, take the arms out in front. We're going to stretch out the spine now. So you're going to take a breath in. And as you breathe out, rolling down. So think of what you did standing at the beginning of class. So we're rolling down. We're really pulling in here. We're trying to keep our pelvis where it is and really feel the stretch down the spine as we come forward. So fingers together. Don't let your arms go to the floor. Want them pretty much in line with the shoulders, and you're trying to find that stretch in your body. So inhale and then exhale. Coming up. So take a breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest. Tongue is in. Reaching forward. So We were talking about this class being about awakening the senses. I want you to really try and find the little moments in these movements where you find a stretch, maybe somewhere you haven't felt it before. Inhale. Exhale. Coming up, but also find control in your body. So taking a breath in, really trying to feel your way through the movement. So imagine someone's got their arms around your waist. You can't move your lower body. You can only flex forward on the top part of the spine there. Good. Inhale. Exhale, coming back up. Last one, deep breath in. And exhale, chin to the chest. Flexing, reaching. Inhale. And exhale, coming up. Now open your arms out to the side. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. Now turn your rib cage towards me. 2 little pulses. 1, 2. Inhale back to center. Other way. 1, 2. And inhale center. And center. 1, 2. And center. 1, 2. And center. 1, 2. Try not to fling the arms. Try and really feel it coming from the ribs. Last one. And center. Now turn your palms forward. I want you to rotate to your right. Bring the left hand across. And now reach forward like you were going to saw off your little toe. So you're reaching across. Don't let the weight come off your left hip. So really anchor down with that left hip. Head down towards the knee. And you're going to come up and we're going to bring our arms back to our start position. Then we're going to go to the left, bring the right arm across, reaching forward to that left little toe. Reaching, head down towards the knee. And you're going to come all the way back up. Let's bring this arm in line and open. And again, we're going to our right, left arm across and flexing forward. So this is all about finding that stretch in your body. All right, good. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthen through your spine. We're going left and reaching down. Good, and lifting up. Bring the arm back and center. Okay, so we're going to bend our knees and we're going to do the second of our rolling movements because we've really stretched out around the body there. So make sure you've got plenty of mat behind you. So this is where it gets a little more challenging. We're going to lift the legs up. So we'll start with hands on the knees, draw the tummy and tip back so the weight's on the tailbone. That way there's less weight in those legs. You can lift those legs up. Now, depending on how it feels here, you can hold under the knee. We've got our knees apart, or you can extend the legs and hold lower down. Or if you've got the flexibility, you can have the legs straight and hold at the ankles. So we're going to roll just like we did before. We're going to make sure we keep our shoulders anchored down. We're going to pull the tummy in, tipping back, inhaling back, exhaling, coming up, whoopsie daisy, coming up and finding that balance. As you can see, I didn't find mine, but I shall do it on this one. So we're going to tip back, inhale and exhale. So it's that moment where you've got to kind of find your balance. For this one, we're really using our upper body strength as well. So pull the tummy in to tip back. Exhale to go forward. And now we anchor down under the shoulders to find that stillness there in the body. One more. Inhale. Exhale, coming up. And hold it there. Very good. Bring those legs together and come down. Okay, so we're going to go on to our side now. So we're going to lengthen out the body, lying down on our side, one leg on top of the other, one hip on top of the other, reaching out. And you can bring the hand in front here for stability. If you want to challenge the body, you can have the hand on your side. Then you're going to take a breath in. You're going to breathe out, lift up. And then you're going to inhale lower, but not touch the floor. You're going to exhale, lift back up. Inhale lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. Well done. You're going to come on up, and we're going to separate the legs. So you're going to bend this leg forward. So that's your right leg if you're mirroring me. This is called the Mermaid Position. So you're going to feel a nice little stretch here. And we're just going to take the arm out to the side and do a lovely stretch over. So let your elbow go down. Find that nice stretch through the body, looking up towards the elbow. And then you're going to take that arm out, go the other way. So take hold of this knee and reach over. Oh, and it's lovely. Find that nice stretch in your side. And again, we're going to go over. Stretch. That's it. And lift. Lovely. Find that good stretch in your side. Okay, and then from there, we're going to bring the knees together. Any issues with your wrist, you're going to go down on your elbow. We're going to lift up for the side bend. No issues with the wrist. Arm is out. Okay, this arm is out as well. You're going to breathe in, pushing off those feet, lifting the hips up. Breathing out, you're going over. And as you go over with that arm, you're pushing into your elbow, your hand, to try and create more of a bend in your side. Then you're going to come back to that T position and lower down. All right, we're just going to do one more lift. Going over, lifting up, nice stretch in the side, and then coming back to that T position and lowering down. Well done. Let's go on to the other side. So we're doing our side leg lifts first of all. So lengthening out through the body, making sure feet are slightly forward. Hand can be on your side or in front. You're going to exhale, lifting up. Inhale, you're going to lower, not quite touching the floor, and then exhale back up. Inhale to lower, exhale up. Inhale to lower and up. And one more, inhale, lower, and exhale, up. Well done. Bring those legs down. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to come on up. Okay, so into your mermaid position. Take that arm out to the side, going over into your side stretch. This is a reach and a stretch, looking up towards that elbow. Good. And then reach the arm out and take it over. Nice stretch. And if you want, your head feels okay, you can turn to look towards the elbow. And then back, over, stretch. That's it, good. And back the other way. Well done. Okay, bring those knees together. So you can either go down onto your elbow at this point, or you've got your arm out for our side bend. So this arm out as well. Let's inhale, lifting up. Exhale, going over into your side bend. Inhale to the T and exhale, lowering down. Inhale to lift. Exhale over. Inhale up and exhale, lower down. Well done. Rolling onto your front now. Let's have the feet slightly apart. In fact, no, let's have the feet together, actually. Feet together. And then you're going to have your arms reaching back. And if you can, place them on the back of your legs or your bottom, depending on the length of your arms. Head down. And we do our back extension. So we're going to start to lift the head through the neck, through the shoulder blades. Think of that spine curling back. And at the same time, try and reach your shoulder blades towards each other. So you feel your shoulders drawing back as well. And then you're going to lower down. So think about trying to avoid creases in the neck. So you want a nice long neck. We're exhaling to lift. So think of your neck lengthening as well as lifting. And then inhale to lower down. Exhaling to lift. Inhale to lower down. And exhaling to lift. And inhale to lower down. Let's have the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push on up. Bring those knees underneath you, lengthening out through that spine. That's it. Let's do a cat stretch. Take a breath in. Exhale, pulling the tummy and tucking under. Inhale. And then exhale, reaching back the other way. Deep breath in. Exhale, tucking under. Inhale. And exhale, back. 2 more, tucking under. And inhale, back. And exhale, tucking under. And inhale, back. Well done. Now you're going to turn around, sitting on your bottom. And we're going to have our knees bent and our arms behind us. Fingertips pointing out. Okay, unless you're super flexible, you can have your fingertips pointing towards your body. Now just have a look at those feet and knees and ankles. Just get them all in line. And then you're going to exhale, press into the feet, press into the hands, and try and lift your hips up. And as you do, you're tipping back, looking straight up at the ceiling. Don't let your head drop back. So you are holding your head. And then coming down. So really the head doesn't really move. It's just the angle of your spine changes. So as you lift, your eyes are just going to drift up the wall in front of you and end up looking towards the ceiling. Good. And inhale, coming back down. Well done. Now you're going to turn around, back down onto your front. Don't worry, we're nearly finished. Feet will be apart this time. Hands are also apart. Shoulders are down. So you're going to take a breath in and you're going to exhale, lifting up, so extending through that spine. Weight onto the elbows. And then if you're able to, you're going to press into those hands. So a little tricep press up, coming back up with that spine. I'm trying to really draw that spine into an extension, shoulders down. Then think about bending the elbows. So you're getting that work through the arms and shoulders. Once the elbows are down, bringing that spine all the way down. Let's do that one more time. So think of the neck lengthening, shoulders drawing back from the ears, spine curling back, weight on the elbows, then push into the heels of the hands, coming up. Finding that extension in your body. Pull your tummy in so it's not resting, it's active. Good. Inhale. And then exhale. Coming all the way down. Well done. Hands underneath your shoulders. Pushing up into a kneeling position. Come towards the front of your mat with your hands. Let's just do a little tuck under. So take a breath in. Exhale, tucking under. Just releasing that back if you need to. Inhale. And exhale back. Now you're going to reach your right leg back. Nice and straight so you feel that calf stretch. Pull the tummy in. Reach your left leg back. That's it. Now pull the tummy in again and lift the hips to the ceiling. Okay, so this is all about waking that body up gently, gently, which is what we've done this morning. Lowering your heels. Finding that stretch in the body. Try not to rush. Now try and push your chest closer to your thighs. So you can that really good stretch on the shoulders as well. And then walk the hands back towards the feet. Take the weight out of that upper body. So just let everything hang down now. Taking a deep breath in, you're going to breathe out, slowly coming up through the spine. Think of that spine sort of stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Good, and you're going to stay there for a moment. You're going to inhale to bring your arms up. Exhale, reach them out to the side. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, reaching out. Last one, inhale up. and exhale out to the side. And thank you very much for your work this morning. So that was our 30-minute Pilates to awaken the body and the mind in a beautiful, gentle way, but really using what I call that graceful strength and flexibility that we love with our Pilates. So do press the like button if you enjoyed it. Do subscribe. And if you want to stay around now for the live chat, I'll come and chat to you now. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Okay, everyone. So make yourselves a cup of tea. Let's have our little chat. So any questions you may have, now's the time. Do let me know how you found the session today. What I tried to do today is give you a full class, but in half the time. So we did a lot more movements, but we did less of them. And what's really good about that, particularly for people who have aches and pains, it makes it kind of easier to manage. So I hope you enjoyed that session, but let me know. I'm keeping an eye on the chat. Thank you very much. I've just been given some questions by my husband, so I will read those out as well. Before I forget, especially if you have to go, I've got a new workout coming out on Sunday morning. So I have a workout come out every Sunday. This Sunday is an upper body workout using the flexi band. So it's lots of work for the arms and shoulders. So if that's something that you want to do, that'll be out on Sunday morning. And just having a quick look. So Ruth Enright, hello Ruth. Ruth says, lovely stretches. Thank you, Rachel. You're very welcome, Ruth. Valerie Beale, hello Valerie. Yes, I haven't seen you for a while. Says, wow, I haven't joined you live for a while. So really pleased I made it this time. Thank you, it was great. Not always easy, but enjoyable. Good. Really glad to see you here as well, Valerie. Thanks for joining me today. Yvonne Woodhouse, good morning, Yvonne, says, love that session, like to get back to the basics. It's good to do all those fundamental exercises, isn't it, sometimes? Because I think there's a danger with exercise and our attitude to exercise, that if you know the exercise, then it's not really doing you any good. But actually, if you apply the Pilates mindset to it, and Joseph Pilates was a very particular about his exercises. He would make people repeat them over and over and over and over and over again. And each time you repeat it, you'll find something new. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you today with your exercises. If you think about Pilates, it's a really, because we do it at a steady pace, you've got time to use the mind, which is very important. And it's about finding or getting to know, should I say, your own body. So being curious about your body, like, you know, oh, why does that hurt me there? Or why do I feel that stretch that side? And trying to learn about your body, educate yourself about what's good for your body and what your body needs, or what you might need to do to support other things that are going on in your life, like your golf or your football or playing tennis or running or just whatever you do on a day-to-day basis. So that's something that's really good with Pilates, is you've got time to do that and really think through things. So that's why we call it intelligent exercise, because you're not just following, you are teaching yourself at the same time. Okay, so having a look, Maggie from Leicestershire. Hello, Maggie from Leicestershire. Lovely to have you here. Anne from London says, thank you very much, Rachel. That was a great session. I loved it. Good. Glad to hear that, Anne. Tiona says, fantastic session. Such good coaching, Rachel. Loved it, and bless you lots. Oh, bless you too, Tiona. Thank you very much. Oh, lots of messages coming in now. Carol Nee says, thank you, Rachel. Absolutely love today's sessions. Back to basics and feeling ready to face the day. Wonderful. So yes, can you feel how it's wakened your body up, everyone, in a really lovely way? There's nothing crazy about it. It's just really good, intelligent, focused exercise. So I'm really glad you're all enjoying it. And Sylvia Mears says, thanks again for a great workout. Managed 2 side lifts too. Woohoo! Well done, Sylvia. There you go. I'm really pleased. That's excellent. Well done. because I know you've been working on those, haven't you? So it's great to see that. Delia Hart says, good morning, Rachel. Thank you for this traditional session. It was a great combination of strength and stretch. It was nice to get warm as my boiler is packed up. I'm waiting for it to be fixed on Saturday. Oh my goodness, Delia. Well, I'm glad you're nice and warm. That's one of the things, I don't know if you can all notice this about yourselves right now, is that how you feel warm on the inside. That's what I love about Pilates, because we do a lot of work with the spine. It kind of warms you from the inside out, which gives you that lovely kind of feeling of mobility in the body. So wonderful. Delia, fingers crossed for tomorrow you get your heating back. Virgo, hello Virgo. Virgo says, I'm back after 10.5 months. I'm back to where I started in the first lockdown. Feel aches everywhere, but now that I've started, I'll keep going. Great to see you again, Rachel. Missing the dog. Oh, well, the dog is around, but she's just having a bit of quiet time at the moment. But yes, she is around. And I don't know, Virgo, did you see one of my recent workouts? I did a standing workout a couple of weeks ago, and my dog Boo is sitting on the mat through the whole workout, just sitting there like so not bothered about anything. So do check that one out. Virgo, it's lovely to have you back. And you know what I always say to people, don't worry about what's happened or what time you've missed. You know, you can always get started at any point in your life, at any age as well. So great to have you here, Virgo, and sending you my best wishes. Okay, Kathy Freeman. Good morning, Kathy. Nice to think of over 100 Pilates buddies synchronizing the breathing for the hundreds. What a great thought. Yes, just think of that, because I think we had about 120 people in class today. Everyone breathing at the same time. Can you imagine? If only we could record that. I bet that would sound amazing. But thank you, Kathy in Berlin. Lovely to have you here this morning. Glad that you did the hundreds, because I know a lot of people don't like those, but they are really, really good for firing up kind of all the breathing apparatus, as I call it, in the body. So diaphragm movement, abdominal movement, opening out the airways, all very good. Caroline Ford says, great stretching, Rachel. Hips a bit sore with the rolling and floor stretching. Can keep feet on the floor going down, but they do pop up on the way up. Okay. Well, you know what? That's fine, Caroline. Like you're learning your body, or you're learning what your body is doing or not doing, and that's all part of the process. But well done for doing it today, because I did throw in a couple of bit more challenging exercises this morning for you. So good work. Julie Hunt says, excellent class, Rachel. My lower back is very tight from many years of gardening. Do you have any suggestions to help ease the discomfort? So Julie, gardening, do you know what? Gardening comes up a lot with Pilates, because gardening is so challenging on the back. And what it does generally is it kind of, it strains the muscles of the back. So what I find is there's kind of two things to think about if you're a gardener and your back is hurting. Is one, that if it is very tight and locked up, you probably need to do some very gentle stretching, slowly teasing it back out. Because if you think about it, say you're bending forward, picking up a really heavy pot, and this can apply with mums with children, all that kind of stuff. If you're bending forward and picking something up that's very heavy, you are really straining the muscles on your back. In other words, you're overworking them. So what you need to do is, number one, give them some rest and active recovery. And active recovery is gentle mobility. So for that, what I tend to recommend, Julie, is just gentle Pilates movements, nothing crazy, not trying to do any crazy movements, doing some very nice stretches. If you look up my stretch videos, they're really good for that, and just really nice, easy classes. So for example, Julie, in my senior section, and I'm not suggesting you're senior, but just to say my senior Pilates, all those workouts are workouts that are kind of gentle and kind of ease the body into movement. So they're quite very good for active recovery, whether it be from sore backs, from illness, that kind of thing. They kind of gently ease you in. So I would say lying down on the floor, Julie, and drawing the knees into the chest is one of those things that you can do straight away, which is just really, really nice. So just lying down, pulling the tummy in, bringing your knees into your chest and just rolling side to side, doing little circles, just to really gently move. Because what we don't want is if you're doing something in the garden which you can't help and your back feels really tight the next day, what you don't want to do is nothing. Because if you do nothing, the back tends to lock up really badly. So it's trying to do things that are moving. So things like this sort of movement is great if you get down on the floor and then come onto your side, onto your back, and then lift one leg at a time and bring them in. So doing little movements like this, little stretches side to side. The Pilates move that I did at the beginning, the pelvic curl and the pelvic tilt. So this, and then just gently lifting up, it gently lengthens everything out without putting it under any strain. So that's the kind of movement I would recommend. So just a gentle Pilates class, 10-15 minutes. I've got lots of those on the channel, Julie. So go and have a look for those. And also look, I've got a couple of videos which are for lower back stretches and lower back pain or lower back pain relief. So go and look at those because they are all gentle, what I call gentle mobilizers. They'll start everything moving, but without putting it under any duress. So you won't kind of lock up further. So I hope that makes sense. Alaya, good morning, Alaya, and all of the ladies from the WI in Great Moor. Thank you very much, ladies, for joining me today. And thank you, Alaya, for your, and all of you ladies, for the donation that I received recently. Really appreciate that. So very kind of you. Thank you very much, because I know you guys have been with me through the whole of the lockdown. So I'm so grateful to you. Lovely to have you here. 4 of you today, and you're still doing a daily session. You ladies must be super fit. Lovely to have you here. So a big hello to you guys. Thanks for coming today. Maggie from Leicestershire says, fantastic. Really enjoyed my first live session. Oops, where did we go? Oh, sorry, my chat's just jumped up. Wow, here we go. Maggie from Leicestershire. Hello, Maggie. Says, fantastic. I really enjoyed my first live session. Can I ask you about the rolling backwards move? Absolutely, you can. So I'm just going to go down the chat and see where your next question comes up. Well, there we go. So Maggie's saying, I find myself using momentum to get back again. This doesn't feel right. How should I be doing this? Is it about feeling that balance in the back first? Well, what a fantastic question from Maggie in Leicestershire. So yes, let me give you a quick tutorial. So for Maggie and anyone else, the rolling. Lots of people, Maggie, do this, and it's not, I suppose it's learning the way we do it in Pilates, because obviously the obvious thing is to kind of, isn't it, to throw yourself back. But if you think about that, you're throwing yourself back from the top of the body, not here. And what we want to do is strengthen your core and give you that strength, not just in the front, but all the way around the body. So the tipping back that comes from down here in the pelvis. So women, I don't know if you know this, but women, our center of gravity is quite low in our body down here. So for us, we've really got to focus on that. Men's center of gravity tends to be a bit higher, but it's the same for everyone. So you bring the feet in, you hold on to the knees. If you're new to it, and having those knees close makes it hard, because the more you pull your knees in, the harder the rolling is. You can have your feet slightly further away and lift up this way. But the idea is, if I see if I can do it without rolling, if you watch my back here, is I'm pulling my tummy in and I'm tipping back using my abdominals, not any momentum. So the only reason I'm going to roll now is because I'm going to keep pulling in, and I roll back and back up. All right, so there's no momentum. And I think what it is, it's just an adjustment of the mind to think that the movement must come from the lower body. So if you have your feet on the floor and you just do this little movement where you start nice and tall, and then you pull the tummy in and you round back and you round back and you round back and you come up. It's getting that part of your body moving. And for a lot of people, we're quite stiff down here, me too. Get quite stiff in the lower back. Okay, so it does make it more challenging. So you pull the tummy in and you've got to think of that feeling of falling. So rather than throwing back with the weight, you think of just pulling in and you're just going to fall. You're just going to tip back and fall. And then you've got a momentum to come up. You use it to come back up. Yeah, I'm hoping that makes sense. Do let me know. But that's the idea. So it's coming from here rather than the shoulders or the head. So you've got to keep that stillness really with the back and really focus deep down into the core muscles. So I hope that helped you, Maggie. Okay, so just having a look down for any more questions. Irene Gruber, hello Irene. Irene says, hello, I really enjoy your sessions from Israel. Is there any way I can mitigate pains in the neck and upper shoulder after some of these exercises, especially the hundreds? Hello Irene. Yes, what I would say, Irene, is if you are feeling pain in the neck and the shoulders doing the hundreds, it means that you're really straining your neck. And it could be that you need to think about the position of your head. But what I would say in the first instance is don't pick your head up. Okay, so there's one thing you can try, Irene, which I'll show you. And this is for a lot of people. The hundreds, you've got to hold your body up and your head and neck up for a long time. Yeah. And what can happen is people can be in this position, which is really, I don't know if you can see, straining my neck. Or they can be overreaching the shoulders. This is going to cause, if your arms are lifted, your shoulders are lifted, you're straining the neck as well. So it's getting your upper body into a good position. And the best way to do that is to think of nodding the chin first. Okay, so without lifting the head, nod your chin as far down as you can. Keep that position and then lift the head up. Now that should hopefully feel less strain, yeah, because you've now got your head in the correct position. All right, and then you can lift up and do it that way. All right, other options are you can put a hand behind your head and do it with one arm at a time. So you can do 50 with your right arm and then switch 50 with the left. And if you're just finding it's too much, do it with the head down. Yeah, but always think about the tuck of the chin so that you're lengthening through the neck. It's what a lot of people do is they tend to lead with the chin, and leading with the chin pulled down through those neck muscles, and it'll just hurt. And we don't want that. Okay, so I hope that helps you there, Irene. Good morning to Carlin Hawkgren. Hi, Carlin, who's out in the US. That was great. Love the traditional combo. Fantastic. Good, good, good. Okay, going down the chat. Helen Lees. Good morning, Helen. Lovely to see you. Says, excellent session, Rachel. Lovely to feel stretched out and ready for the day. Kofi on the way. Thank you very much. Delia Hart says, can't wait for your session on Sunday with the bands. Thanks so much for making a class to work the upper body. It's much needed. You're very welcome, Delia. I know that you asked for it last week, so there's lots of work for arms, shoulders, chest, and upper back. It's a really good session. In fact, my arms are still a bit today from it. Anne Butler says, that was fun. Manage the roll-ups. Well done, Anne. Excellent. You see how you're all progressing. That's what I love. And Anne saying, coffee's ordered. Thank you very much, Anne. Delia Hart says, and I love the 100 movement. It's one of my favorites and a great way to warm up the whole body. I agree, Delia. I think it's a really, really nice movement. It's just, yeah, some people find that strain in the neck. But as I say, you can do it with the head down and do the breathing. But I love it because you're really waking up that body. You're really breathing, using what our bodies were made for, taking in oxygen. Yeah, so it's a super one. Joseph Pilates, I don't know if you've ever seen any pictures of him, but you should Google him if you get the chance. He had quite a big chest. And I think it was because he really believed in this kind of breathing, this kind of forcing of the exhale. And that's what kind of really kind of motivates the diaphragm and gets all those sort of mechanics going in our body. So yes, very good for waking up. Carlin Hawkran says, I did the pelvic floor class from earlier this week. Any tips for feeling that connection? I felt like I was visualizing, but not quite sure what I was supposed to feel. Any tips? Great question, Carlin. So yes, so you've got the visualization. So the next stage from the visualization, and for anyone who's not sure what we're talking about, so I did 2 videos last week for pelvic floor health, pelvic floor exercises, which are equally useful for men and women. And it's about toning the pelvic floor area. So the pelvic floor, I don't know if you know, but the pelvic floor kind of sits here like a sling. And it's the opposite to your diaphragm. So your diaphragm's here and the pelvic floor is here. And there is a kind of strange connection between the two. But the pelvic floor, it's like, it kind of looks like an upside down parachute. If you imagine that in this area. So it's kind of clean, it sort of slings here and here at the back. So the idea is, Carlin, is that when we're doing our breathing, we're trying to have that feeling of lift. So in the visualization technique that I gave you, what I would say, Carlin, is to move it forward from the visualizing to trying to make happen what I'm talking about. So, for example, the first part of the 4-part technique is the visualization that your sit bones are coming together. Now, obviously, you can't literally pull your sit bones together, but if you think of the muscular area in between your sit bones, you can contract that. So it's thinking about what I'm saying, Carlin, as a visualization and a contraction. So if I'm saying pulling your sit bones together, thinking about, well, how could I do that? I mean, as you can see, when I think about it, my eyes go up. That it does happen, and it's without being too graphic, it's about feeling your bottom pulling inwards, as if you're trying to do that with your sit bones. And then the same with the hip bones, yeah, because the second part is the visualization that you're taking your hip bones and they're coming like this. Now, they can't literally do that, but what you can do is pull in here and feel a tightening across here, which is this kind of same kind of feeling. So if you think of applying a contraction, Carlin, to those visualizations and see if that helps you find that connection. Same with the ribs. I mean, I can do it with my ribs because you can probably see. So think about the ribs. You can see I've got a scoliosis as well. Can you see I've got one rib higher than the other because I have a twist in my spine? But anyway, the idea is, if I stick my ribs out for you, is thinking of those ribs coming together. So you're taking a breath in and then you exhale and then you're trying to close those ribs. Can you see that those ribs are kind of coming in, and at the same time the chest is coming down slightly? So we're closing the space all the way down. It's like you're making connections all the way through into that pelvic floor area. So let me know if that helps you, Carlin, on doing that. I hope it does. Okay, Robert Bush, hi Rob, says hi from a cold but very sunny Keyworth. Wow, lovely workout. Rolling part 2 with the straight legs was far easier. First part, my back seemed flat. Managed to follow breathing better. Many thanks. Excellent, Rob. Oh, I'm really pleased that you did that with the straight legs, because that is superb. Great. I think also, Rob, you're probably strong in your upper body, right? So you can really hold those legs and do that movement. So That's really, really good. And that shows that your core's getting stronger. So well done. Okay, so going down the chat there. Rob says, also managed good stretching upper back. Felt very good. Many thanks. You're very welcome, Rob. Margaret Quillan says, wasn't confident I would be able to do this live session after some time out with a few issues, but pleased to say it went well. There you go, Margaret. You see, it's all in there. You know, we talk a lot about muscle memory. Yeah, when you've done movements, even if you've not done them for a little while or you've taken a break, your body remembers the movement. You just got to get back into the swing of things. So well done, Margaret. I'm glad that the session went well for you. Joe Yarham. Hello, Joe. Joe says, thank you very much. Really enjoyed my first live session too. Discovered you only last week and feel the difference already. Joe, welcome to our community. Lovely to have you here. And that's great. I'm really glad you enjoyed the live session today. So do come again. Super duper. Julie Hunt says, brilliant, Rachel. Thank you for the suggestions. I will definitely incorporate the back classes. A blessed weekend. And to you, Julie. Super duper. Okay, going down, Irene says, great, that's helpful. Oh, you're liking the tips today. Good. Maggie from Leicester says, that was great. Thanks for that demonstration. It's as if you're moving that center of gravity even lower through drawing in the stomach muscles. Perfect. You've got it, Maggie. That is it. You are exactly right. So well done. So hopefully you'll be rolling to your heart's content next time I see you on here. Super. Linda Moon. Hello, Linda says, we so appreciate all that you put into your teaching, guidance and tutorial supplements. Thanks so much for continuing, although we are getting unlocked. You're very welcome, Linda. Well, I think, you know, one thing that a lot of us have learned through the lockdown is not that we ever want to be in that situation again, right? But what we've learned is you can do really effective sessions of workouts online as well as in the flesh. And I think, you know, ultimately people will probably continue to do a mixture of them. I know I'm certainly still teaching my London clients online, and that's still going really, really well. And for a lot of people, they just find it more convenient, you know, because you can just, you know, wherever you are at home, you can be in your pajamas, it doesn't really matter. You can just put the computer on, find a workout with me, and off you go, and you're in your own home, which for a lot of people is convenient when you've got a very busy life. So you're very welcome, Linda. Lovely to see you here. Delia Hart says, yes, I have Joseph Pilates' book showing the original 34 movements. He really was barrel-chested and in great shape. He was doing his exercises into his 80s. He reminds me of Charles Atlas, the strongman. Well, Delia, that's brilliant. Yes, Joseph Pilates, he was, you said it, barrel-chested, very big. And you've probably seen those pictures of him when in his little white swimming trunks. And you've got him sort of in, I think he was 57, and then when he was 82 is the next one. And he's still moving. And I don't know if you know Delia, because obviously you know quite a lot about Joe Pilates. He used to walk around New York in his shorts, apparently. He used to walk into the studio in his white swimming trunks and then start kind of ordering people about their exercise. He was very, very kind of focused on that. And he actually won, I believe, a Mr. Universe. If you look online, you might be able to find it. There's a picture of him sort of doing this sort of pose when he was in his 30s. So yes, indeed. Quite a role model, I would say, for us all, you know, because there's no reason why we can't keep exercising, is there, into our 80s? Why not? 90s? Why not? That's my plan. I'm going to keep moving unless I absolutely can't. And I can't foresee that happening. So I'm just going to keep moving, and hopefully you guys will keep moving along with me. Good, Carlin. You says the muscle contractions make sense. Good. You're very welcome. Leslie Beckwith. I love Leslie. Leslie's always making bagels on a Friday. It's so exciting. Hi, Leslie. Making bagels again, doing this later. Yay. Well, have a lovely day, Leslie. Hello to Men's Yoga. Thank you for your thumbs up. So I'm just going to go through before I sign off and say thank you to the following people for your very kind donations this morning on YouTube. So Margaret Scott, thank you, Margaret. Caroline Ford, Sissy Jackman. Hello, Sissy. I didn't say hello to you yet. Lovely to see you here. Ruth Enright, thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Sylvia Mears. Very kind of you. Margaret Quinlan and Carol Neath, thank you very much indeed. Sandy McClure, good morning, Sandy. Lovely to see you there. All the lovely people that come every week. Janet Nolan, thank you, Janet. You're looking forward to the band session on Sunday too. Good. Julie Hunt, thank you, Julie. Much appreciated for your donation for class today. Rona Stevens, hello, Rona. Rona says, I'll be back. Good, Rona. I'll hopefully see you again soon. Thank you very much indeed. All right, lovely people, I'm going to sign off. Just a quick reminder, I have a new session out on Sunday. That is Pilates for the upper body. So it's good for men, good for women. It's going to work all your arm muscles, all your shoulder muscles, all your upper back muscles. So it's a great one to combine with something else. All right, and I'll be back Friday, same time next week for another 30-minute of Pilates. So until then, I look forward to seeing you. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye-bye.